Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday night's Messages of Love from Above. Welcome to your weekend. Happy Friday to you, and happy June to those of you on the other side of the world. Can't believe it's June already. Here it's May 31st. So let me get my desktop all set up here, and we will get started. All right. All right, looking good there. YouTube says we are live. We will believe them. All right. All right. So let's set the tone and bring some beautiful love energy into this moment and allow it to fill us up and flow out to the world. We know the world can definitely use some unconditional love energy always, right? So if you'd like to join me, whether you're watching live or on replay, we can just take a big, deep breath together. Come back to right here, right now, letting everything go. We meet outside of space and time, so it doesn't matter when you watch this. The energy will be there for us all. So here we go. Big deep breath. Beautiful. We'll just let that love fall down from the heavens and fill us up and overflow as I hit the singing bowl. I'll do it about 3 times, and here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. I'm just going to bowl over here. All right. So good to see everybody. And let me just get that moved out of the way there. All right. So, with it being the last day of the month means tomorrow's the first, and on the first Saturday of the month, I do have a drawing in the morning and in the evening. Here's the link to the video that tells you how you can turn on your gifting YouTube channel membership gifting switch or whatever. And because I do give away 5 of the Zen Cricket YouTube channel memberships in the morning and 5 in the evening. I just hit a button. YouTube and Spirit choose who the winners are, but you do have to have your little indicator turned on to receive the gift. Yeah, I think that's it. I was like, I thought there was more, but I don't think there was. Also, this week, we put out a new pilgrimage meditation. Pick a card. This one is about the crown chakra at Mount Kailash, and asking, where can I see my life from a higher point of view? So there is a pick a card there along with the meditation. And last weekend, we did come out with a new podcast episode every weekend, usually on Sundays. Last week was Saturday because bruddaZEN doesn't know how to read a calendar. And so it came out on Saturday. But this is the deepest of relationships, which happens to be with our higher self and the spiritual posse there. And so, if you want to catch up on the episodes, there's the playlist too. I do have my hedges of peace and love, which I'd mentioned in one of the episodes at the beginning of this month. 50% off my hedges. So they're normally $50 for a 2-week process. And there were 25, and it was going to end today. But because of how busy I am, I'm just going to change it back on Monday. So you still have the weekend if you want to take advantage of the 50% off price. And when I wake up and get moving on Monday is when I'll switch it to back to the $50. So if you're interested, all that information, the link is in the description box of the video down below. Also, of course, we're entered into Gemini season. So happy birthday to all you Gemini sun babies. There's a 3-month forecast in this special bonus, and then a pick a card for the rest of us. And if you haven't checked out your June monthly yet, here is the link to the playlist for each individual zodiac sign. So you can take a look there. And then also, I have an astrological Zenergy actually in these June monthlies and the monthlies. I start off talking about the overall kind of some astrological high level. Hey, here's the full moon, these going retrograde, different things like that to talk about the kind of the forecast of the astrological energy. And then every once in a while, I will also put out a separate video that covers specific energies, like this one that I put out this week is about the Neptune Chiron retrogrades and the launch time. It's a perfect time for us to be launching things all the way up until the middle of July when Mercury starts going retrograde again. So I talk about that in that video. And if you want to check up on the whole playlist of this energy, that's the link for that too, or find out about retrogrades. So it's all about all this free stuff that I'm offering to help us with our energy, to help us maintain our Zen, raise our love vibration, to help the whole planet and the collective, and of course, our daily lives. So it's because of my YouTube channel memberships, anyone that makes a donation during these lives, and anyone that purchases any of my services, of course, and of course, my lovely host who allows me to live in her basement for free, allows me to do all this for free. And so I definitely appreciate all of the support. And I know that everyone is able to donate. That's why I love to offer a lot of free things, because I know we're not all in that place. So that's why I like to make sure everyone's aware of all the free stuff that's available. Because of you guys, I am able to do that. And everyone that gives a video a thumbs up, also, you're part of the love tsunami and helping spread the love. So thank you guys for that. All right. So going to be using, still here, I used these this morning, the Ravenous Dracon Tarot. I love the dragons. And if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. Got a great group of people, huge hearts, great senses of humor. How the readings work, I do go down in order, first come, first serve, down the chat. There's no special list. The chat is it. You just put your question out there. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can ask for a general reading. Spirit knows all. I'll just pull cards and see what messages come through for you. And if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange, prioritize those readings, step out, dive deeper, meaning I pull more cards for those two, and then I return back and then continue down the list. To make a donation, you can use the super chat or in the description box of the video. I do have my PayPal, my Square, what else do I have? PayPal, Square, Venmo, and Cash App. I did them out of order than I normally do. Got to keep it fresh, right? And I don't look at the dollar amount. Whatever you donate, I know you're given from your heart and what you're able, and I know everyone's money situation changes from day to day, person to person, country to country. So whatever you're able to give, I honor that as well. All right, I think that's it. Blah, blah, blah. All right, let's get into it. So Christy O'Connor, thank you so much for your donation. Boom, boom. So we will start with you, and thank you for that little sticker. That's hilarious. All right. Long time no see. Well, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. No, life's been certainly busy and crazy these days, right? And you wanted a general read. So let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit have here for you? What do they want you to know? All right. Those, all right. What else? And that one. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. So, bottom of the deck, you've got the Capricorn, Devil, Saturn energy coming in here. So, definitely a little bit of shaking and a rattling and a rolling happening in your life. A lot of things being brought for you to look at, right? That's what that Saturn energy is. But what's good is that Saturn's a taskmaster, wants to bring things forward to help us release ourselves from the cages that we have put ourselves in with our beautiful, brilliant minds, our human minds, right? But there's a reward that always comes with it too. So I'm excited for that. Let's see what else they have to say here. So these two came out together. Yeah. So you got the Four of Pentacles, which has to do with this energy of home and security and stability of the outside world, and the Strength card, which is this energy here of really connecting to your higher self, because it's the our human self and our higher self is what this is about here. I don't know why this feels like, have you been spending a lot of time at home with spirit, getting to know yourself, raising your love vibration, getting to know your trueness, the capital T truth of who you are. I just feel like that energy coming in here. A lot of consulting, a lot of nudging to connect with your higher self. Because underneath the Devil card, you did have the Queen of Cups, which is all about the psychic, empathic abilities where they do connect higher. And the Two of Cups, which can be this relationship with our higher self. So that is, very much supported here. And even under that, you got the Queen of Pentacles, which is about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and nurturing yourself. So I do feel like you were drawn to spend this time. So you might have been a little bit of a hermit, maybe. If not, definitely you were prioritizing some time to get to know you. And I feel like this is being recognized. And, um, even though others may not recognize it, I feel like it's important for you to know that, yeah, you did significant connection, raising your connection with the spiritual world. Let's take a look here and see what we have here. Yeah. So we've got here the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight out of them all. So it is slowing the roll and things taking their good old time, right? But with the King of Wands, which represents Wands is like our drive, our ambition, our passion, inspiration, but it's also connection to the spirit world. And the king is the highest expression of our spiritual energy, which would be your higher self. So here again, it's like recognizing that you've taken the time to spend this with your higher self. And again, it's celebrated and focused on. And part of this energy that you were experiencing, you were learning about, where do I focus my energy? How do I focus my energy? I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't dive into studying energy work or Reiki or Qigong or acupressure, acupuncture, something to do with energy systems and energy flow. If not, I feel like that is where you're headed next with this. If things seem kind of slow, I feel like you should have spent a lot of time working on yourself. I feel like this is this expansion that's coming here for you, kind of like an upgrade that's been happening and excuse me, been triggered and sparked by this alone time and clearing away the clogs out of your energetic pipeline to where I feel like things are flowing and flowing and flowing, and you're wanting to do something with all this energy and with all this fullness that you feel within. And I feel like any type of energy work, even if you create your own, like when I was talking earlier about a hedge of peace and love, something that developed outside of my knowledge of any energy work. And it's like I like the rebel nature that I'm sensing from you of, I don't want to do something like organized. I want to do something adventurous with this energy, something new, putting your twist on things or something like that. So I like this. I like this, all this coming in here. Yeah, and here's that moon. Here's the connection again to moon energy. And possibly this is something that you can expand on with this because the moon changes energy every 2 to 3 days from fire to earth, right? Fire to earth to air to water, fire to earth to air to water, fire to earth to air to water, right? And so it's going, and each of them has a little twist on it too, because it goes through the entire zodiac. And so the energy changes every single day, and that makes sense here. On the bottom of the deck, I feel like part of what you're doing is helping people with emotional energy move it from this place of feeling confusion and so much to balance. So I feel like you're helping people balance their energy, especially their emotional energy that's coming in here. So, you know, I feel like you're you're being drawn to do something to connect to the planetary, at least the moon energy, Mother Luna energy, to have that, um, you know, be a reflection of like the sun, because that's what the moon does. It's a reflection of the sun, even to help people with their transformation of emotional energies in their times of darkness, like the moon shines fully bright like a full moon on a dark night. It reflects the sun to the earth and shines light on things, making it not seem so scary and to balance things. So I like that. And it's the tides that helps with the tides, the moon energy. So very much I feel like there is this expansion that's coming in here. And I love this for you, Christy. I'm excited. You're like, do you have any idea what I'm talking about? Has this been like on your mind? Are you planning something? Tell us, tell us. When you're ready. But we'd love to hear it whenever you develop that, whatever. Yeah, definitely let us know. But I love that. Push. So that's what they have for you, my dear. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. And then Kat, hello, hello. Thank you so much for the ice cream cone sticker and for the donation. Appreciate that. And you want to get a general message? Absolutely. Let's give these a shuffle, shuffle. All right. All right. So I went to those. Double ice cream cones. All right. Cheers. Cheers with the cones. I like it. I like it. And then I did have one come through PayPal. So you will be up next. All right. So, Braves fan, you will be up next. All right. So let's take a look here. I like ice cream. So on the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Pentacles, and this is awesome. There's like this new opportunity that's making itself known in the outside world, and underneath that is the Seven of Pentacles. So it feels like something you've been waiting for something to come to fruition here. Seven of Pentacles is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree, kind of the fruit, and here comes the fruit. So whatever you've been spending time creating, been I was gonna say been patient, but you've been learning patience with whatever this thing to unfold. It feels like you're about to have some fruit come forward here. And let's see what these are. You got two cards, two card, one card, two cards. Let's see what these are. All right. So I feel like here with the Nine of Pentacles, there's been a period of time where you've been kind of hanging out with spirit and having some alone time. The Knight of Cups is this movement and this quest for the chalice, the Holy Grail. So I do feel like with these, you've been spending like designating time or uh indicating time in your life to search after your self-love and your self-worth and raise your love vibration. And so I feel like you've been working on this, been looking at yourself, self-help books, whatever it is you've been working on, that you've been, you know, working on you, working on raising, how you feel about yourself, both love and worth. And I like that energy coming in here. Yeah. And so you have been here with the Nine of Swords, here's another nine. This one is you've been facing your fears, been looking at them and going, "What am I afraid of?" The Emperor here, I feel like you have really jumped ahead of these fears, and it's like the emperor who rules over all the kings. I'm like, I'm tired of this. I'm not letting anything back down. I'm an emperor. This Aries fiery, you know, energy of going, I am sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. And I'm looking at these fears. Why are these on my mind? I just feel like you got really sassy with your fears, and I've really looked at a lot of them and got to the nitty gritty, looking at triggers that you had, and just like you're like, I'm tired of being at the whim and feeling this way. And I feel like this was like maybe like a year ago, and you've been on this, psh, uh, crusade against your fears and overcoming them. And I feel like you've been really making a lot of headway and progress with all this. The Knight of Cups and service of the Emperor, coming in here. Yeah, and here's that temperance, the patience, right? So you really worked on your patience, right? And here it's the click, tick tock, tick tock. It's time now for this to unfold. And that's what I like about this. It's reiterating here the Seven of Pentacles, the time that it's been taking for things to unfold. And, um, like I said, you've been patient. In the beginning, you were learning patience, and I feel like now you've been practicing patience. So I like how this is unfolding here. Let's see what these last two cards are. Yeah. Again, there's been this, the devil card is the shaking and the rattling. It's like a Saturn return energy where all of the, these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, it's like, why do I feel this way? Why do I have these beliefs that are limiting and make me feel powerless and make me feel trapped and restricted? And you've been questioning all those, and that's the devil card is like the awareness that comes forward where you're realizing what kind of cage you had yourself in. And here comes the Queen of Wands. She, on one hand, she helps rule over the spiritual energy, the passion, the inspiration. But all the queens get a second portion of cups, which also brings in empathic abilities. So it's like spiritual energy versus empathic, which empathic energy is like spiritual energy, but it's emotional. It's emotional sensing. And I feel like you just had been activating a lot of things here over this last year. And again, with this relationship that you've been building here with your self-love and your self-worth, it's really opened up your, I guess, trust or worthiness that you could hear from spirit, that they want to communicate with you. And I feel like this has really grown over this last year. And I like this energy for you because I feel like if you haven't, with this emperor leaped forward, I feel like this emperor and this Queen of Wands energy is very much about action, and you're getting ready for this new opportunity to pop up, and you're going to move on it. You're not going to allow fears to hold you back like you would just even a year ago. You're like, I'm going for this. I'm going to step forward, and I'm not going to let fears hold me back anymore. And if you have any questions that are unanswered, like if you have decisions to make, you can dial up spirit because you've been developing this, and you will continue to develop this even with more and more clarity and more clarity, that you'll just ask them, all right, so can go left or right, which is for my highest experience? I'm in this giant maze where the walls are so high I can't see, but I know you're my eye in the sky. You can see the whole entire maze. So you guys know. So left or right? And they're like, take a right. And then you do, and things unfold beautifully. People are like, how do you know to do that? You make make decisions quickly, and things turn out so well. You're like, I know people, and I like that for you. So I like that um, energy. So whatever this new opportunity is that's coming to fruition that you've been waiting for, it's about to show its head here. You even got the Page of Cups on the bottom. Page of Cups and Ace of Swords. So you've got all this newness that's coming in here, both in heart and mind. And I like that. I like it for you. So do not be afraid to take those steps. And if you have decisions to make and you don't know which decision to make, it means just that you don't have enough information. And but you can ask spirit to give you information to make it a no-brainer, and by golly, they will give it to you. So I like that. All right, so that's what they have for you, my dear. So thank you so much for your donation, and I love that for you. You are very welcome. Many, many blessings to you. All right. So, Brave Fan, hello, hello. Thank you so much for your donation. Good to see you. And would like a reading for June? Absolutely. If you haven't checked out the June readings for each individual zodiac sign, that can get some more information there too. What's really cool, whoops, is on that one, actually have the list of all the planets and what area generally they roll over. So if we want to know something specific about a specific area of our life, if we know our birth chart and what sign, we can even look at that to get more information. So I like it. Hello, hello. All right, so let's take a look here. What more would they like you to know for June? What does Spirit want you to know? All right, they want you to have those. All right, and that one, and that one, and that one's sneaking around there. All right. So I'm just going to get a quick sip here. All right. So, bottom of the deck, we got a lot of divine feminine energy coming in. We got the Queen of Swords, balancer of the head and the heart, and we've got the Empress, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, creativity, birthing. A lot of divine feminine energy with these two coming in here in the month of June for you. So I like that. I feel like there's a lot of mother energy, motherine energy, both for yourself, but I feel like there's some balancing that comes in to your motherhood energy, if that makes sense. Let's see what else comes in here. Okay. Yep, yep, yep. Because you got the emperor energy here and the ace of cups. You got the divine masculine matching your divine feminine energy. So there's this divine feminine energy below the surface being on the bottom of the deck, but the divine masculine energy of the emperor is making itself known um, on the surface. And the ace of cups is all about love and self-love. And I like this, that even with all this divine feminine energy below the surface of being open to receiving and having that mother energy that's there, you're making decisions for yourself out of your self-love with this emperor in the month of June. You're choosing, all right, I've heard a lot of advice from all these advisors, but I'm going to choose. I'm the emperor and the empress. I'm both in one, right? With all these. And I want to make a decision. I'm going to choose what it is I want to do, make a plan around it, and I'm going to put action behind it. But the actions are, um, even with the Empress, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, are for you. And I like this, that you're like being given permission, not that you need it, but sometimes it feels good to have spirit go, yeah, you can be selfish this month. It's like, because we're so much taught, no, 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 sacrifice everything else for everyone else. And what if anything's left, you can have the crumbs. It's like, no, you get to bake yourself a cake, you get to buy yourself flowers, you get to, buy yourself a special present or whatever, and you get to treat yourself the way you would treat someone you love so much. And so it's very much a self-love month for you here, and I like that energy. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles. So you do have this, energy of wonderful abundance and feeling of wholeness and completeness, like your outside world. I just feel like you feel like complete in the outside world. There's something going on with the self love energy within that just makes you see the world from a place of abundance instead of like it's falling short. It's like you're filling up from the inside out, and then the outside stuff is coming in here and has this, energy of abundance and over and extra that's coming in. So I like that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, definitely a very bright, beautiful month. You got the Sun card, which is one of the most, um, I would say, like one of the most abundant and victorious and bright cards, being the Sun in the entire deck. And I feel like they're saying, yeah, it's time. It's about time that you get to feel this fullness and this wholeness in your life. And I feel like it all comes because you're able to give yourself the love you've been looking for. You're filling up from the inside out, and then it just transforms the way that you see the world. So I like all that. I know, right? Yay! And the temperance, yeah, and this has been like it's been here's that clock again. It's been taking time, right? Been taking a long time for this to come about, and but it's going to be worth it because you learned a lot during the process, and I feel like you're going to appreciate the energy of this month coming up here because of the previous energies. You got to experience some lower vibrational energies, and if we don't experience the lower vibrational energies, then I guess we're not as appreciative. It's like if you grew up in air conditioning, you would like it, but you wouldn't have this like unless you grew up in a house that was 100 degrees for many, 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 many years, and then air conditioning gets put in, and you're like, you're just like you love it, right? There's a difference in appreciation for things because of that. Yeah, and even on the bottom of the deck, you got the Nine of Cups, which is emotional dreams come true. So it does definitely feel like this month coming up, there's going to be some good balancing energies, but a big focus of it is self-love, and it starts with loving of self, right? Yeah, right? It feels so good. It's like that song, right? And you're feeling good. But I love that. So what a great month coming up here for you, and I really like that energy. So, but if you want more, even more, be sure to check out the June monthlies as well. And just if you didn't catch them at the beginning, here they are for everyone. Just to throw them out here. There's the playlist. All right. So thank you again, Braves fan, for your. Is that Braves fan, like the Braves, the sports team, or is that just you're a fan of bravery, or both? Very cool, very good. Yeah, let me know what you think. Very cool. So thank you again so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. Yes, it is. Okay. Very good. All right. And then we've got here. So we've got make sure here. Yep. So we've got Nelia, the really pie, Nelia, and then love. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how we will go through the donations here. So thank you guys so much. So Nelia, got your little puppy dog there first. So thank you for that donation. You want to know any messages from your future spouse, soulmate, true love? Hello. Whoever this is, whoever this love of this life is anyway, right? Let's take a look here. What do you have to tell us? Tell me, is this a fated relationship? Is it fate? Is it fate? Yeah. So you definitely have here, this is a fated relationship. I've got, we have lifetimes where relationships are optional. There can happen. They're not like part of the package we purchase, but they're like something we can add on if we want. It's funny. But then there's other lifetimes that we have a fated relationship and we definitely have it. You got the high priestess coming in here. So which is she dives deep into the, subconscious, into the unknown, which is where the Akashic records are, past lifetimes, fate. Yes. So you do have a fated relationship that comes in here. The Nine of Swords is the reason, one of the big reasons that you're meeting them is to overcome your fears of rejection, fears of not being good enough, all those blah 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 blah, right? They help you release yourself from a lot of expectations that you have on yourself, so that you can be gentle with yourself, and have this freedom that comes in here. So I like that. They actually, it's not like they, sometimes people are mirrors, and they treat us in a way that make us stand up for ourselves. That's not the case here. This is where they are more of an encourager, and they're just like, it'd be like someone saying, "Babe, if you could see yourself through my eyes, you would be in awe of who you are." And you'd be like, "Oh, tears, tears, cry, crying," So I like that. So let's talk about them here. So messages. Well, I feel like that's a big message from them right now. Is you know, we're gonna get through that together. Yeah, you got the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups, so I like this. There's both of these, of these energies that the Knight of Wands by themselves would mean there's a lot of passionate, energetic, physical attraction, very fast. Um, which when I see that, sometimes I'm like, well, is this just going to be that kind of relationship? But that's why I love the Knight of Cups right alongside of it, which does show that they're also um, they're passionate, but they're loving too. They bring both of it together, which I like that. All right. So that was just kind of the precursor of information. So these four cards that came out are their message to you. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is like, heightened opportunities, advanced opportunities. And again, this kind of reiterates is I'm going to, it's like, I'm going to treat you like a queen. Even have the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here that I saw that they had stand out, which is I'm going to treat you like a queen, and you have this level of what you would want in the physical world, and they're like, no, I'm going to give you this, and so it's someone that really wants to show you who you are and the worth that you have, even though they don't want you to define yourself by anything of the outside world. They're still going to help validate it anyway. But they're gonna be pushing you to find your self-worth from within you, facing those fears of not being good enough, and in fact, they're like, I might even create a monster, because it's like you're gonna be so confident, they're gonna be like, "Dang, I gotta catch up." I like their attitude, they're very, I don't wanna say sassy, that doesn't sound, um it's feisty. They're feisty, and I like that. I like that. You know, I feel like very Sagittarius, fiery type of energy, maybe, where they're mature, but they're also childlike, where their possibilities, excitement, hiding under the bed and grabbing your hand, just really playfulness that comes in here too, which I like. We got the Hanged Man here. So transformation, I feel like they've gone through a great transformation in their life, and that's why they're so um, confident in themselves. They're not arrogant. Arrogance says, I'm better than everybody else. Confidence says, I know who I am and what I'm capable of and what I have to offer. Not, they don't go around going, I have more to offer than them and more offer to them, blah, blah, blah. They're just like, I know who I am, and they don't compare themselves. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, I can see you guys having like a water gun fight. Psh, 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 psh. There's these, I don't know if on, I think it's on, it might be on YouTube Shorts. I see them somewhere, either Instagram or YouTube Shorts, where there's this couple that have this little dart guns, and they have these balloons that they have above doors with like white kind of, I don't think it's paint, but it's white liquid that when they walk in, they shoot it and the comes down and it covers them, and then they do the little poof, the little confetti gun on them, and they like they it's always them going back and forth, and it's funny, and that's kind of energy I feel. Yeah. And again, here they want to make you feel like an empress here. Um, so I like that energy of sensuality, and they're like it's almost like a correction. Like, I want to make you feel like a queen. No, I want to make you feel like an empress who rules over all queens, And this is this energy of here's that, I kind of feel like fire energy there. Okay, here's the fire energy. Sun, sun, sun. So brightness, fullness, I just love this energy of this transformation that they've gone through. And so they had things in their lives. They haven't had like an easy life where, that's why they have such a good attitude and stuff. It's like they went through a transformation. They had some pretty tough things happen growing up in their lifetime, but they have overcome it, and they have this um point in my life where I realized, am I going to continue to cry about everything, or am I going to do something about it? And I'm going to laugh about life instead of cry about it. And I like that attitude. It's just very, very bright like the sun. And I like this. I like it for you. So that is what I know. This he sounds too perfect, right? Well, of course, this is his message to you. So take it with a grain of salt. You're like, all right, you think you're selling yourself a little too much there, but they're confident in who they are. They're not being arrogant. They're just saying, no, this is what I'm going to be. This is what I want to do. So I like that. Too funny. Hello, Madam Bird. You are very welcome. Good to see you. And then we'll circle back around to your next question here in a moment. But I love that for you. We'll let you simmer with that for a moment and cool off. Woo! All right. All right. And then really pie, you were up with your calm emoji. Very, very zen, a very zen emoji. So really pie, will you stay home this weekend? All right, let's take a look here. Or will you be kidnapped by gypsies? That was something. I went to a private school in um, our church's school when I was a young lad, and we had these sisters who were always late because they drove in like from an hour away. They were always late, and they would come up with a different excuse each time. And one of them was like, "We were kidnapped by gypsies." They would have these long stories that would entertain us. Like, all right, why were you guys late today? It was fun. So let's take a look here and see what we've got here. Yeah, I kind of feel like you will here because, you got the 9 of Pentacles, which is, Pentacles is the outside world, 9 is the hermit's journey. So it's kind of like a hermiting type of energy that's coming in here. That's the bottom of the deck. Let's see what's on the top up here. You got the Empress, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. I feel like it's a self-care day, hot bath, what are we going to do here? Okay. There's no doubt. Hermit. You get the Hermit card. And the Moon card, Mother Luna. So a lot of self-care, a lot of emotional, just being with yourself, and nurturing, very nurturing, self-reflective. Spirit's going to be there with you, of course, with all of this, but it does definitely feel like you are hanging out at home, pampering yourself, take time with you, relax, regenerate, recharge your batteries. It's a Netflix type of day. It just feels very, but hermit, which I'm a huge hermit. So that's how they say, what are a hermit believes that the best type of plans our canceled plans. And I'm all, my friends know me. Hey, I'm not going to be able to go. I know you're going to be really upset about this, but I'm like, no problem. Have a good one. Let me know when you want to do something again or plan something again. Too funny. But I do feel like you will stay home this weekend with all those cards. Very, very huge. So that's what we have for you there, Really Pie. So many blessings to you. You are welcome. And thank you for your donation. Right. And then Nelia, we circling back around to the popcorn. And so, how will your summer be this year? Anything new and exciting or other? All right. We will take a look here and see the summertime. Going to be working on solstice readings for each individual zodiac sign, which are going to be all about relationships. And those will probably be out. See what's going to do it like June 20th is when the solstice hits. So somewhere around there. Because I know I have the July readings coming out the 14th. So it's probably the next week on the 20th or 21st. All right. So let's take a look here. What does your summertime look like? Summertime. Anything exciting and new? Like the Love Boat? They're expecting you. If you guys don't know that, it's an old movie, an old TV series before it always would come on right before Fantasy Island with Tattoo and Mr. Rourke, something like that. I'm taking you guys back through memory lane here. All right. Wow. So, yeah, you definitely have some exciting things happening. You got the full card here, which is ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. So you definitely have a new adventure that's coming in here. And yeah, you have the King of Wands and the Nine of Swords. I like the combination of all threes on the bottom of the deck together because the Nine of Swords is facing fears and limitations and all of that. But that's where this full card comes in because it's the ending of old cycles of fear, old cycles of the way of looking at things. And the full card is this journey of, you know, it's like a little kid, it's like that energy that we were talking about just a moment ago with your future love bug. They've got like this the full card's got this freedom of no restrictions. It's like a world of possibilities. It's the energy of a young child before they're given all the roles of, popping our bubbles and no, no, you can't do that. No, no, don't dream that. Don't dream that big. Dream smaller. Blah blah blah. That kind of thing. But this freedom that's like, wow. I'm letting all the fears go, and I'm boldly stepping forward. I'm putting the fears to the wind, and I am using them as a sail to go places and to step forward with this King of Wands. It's very much like Emperor energy, where you decide what you want, and all these rules and blah blah blah. You're like, you know what? Thank you for the advice, the unsolicited advice. I'll take it under consideration, which means you're throwing it in the trash. But you're like, I'm going to decide what I want, make a plan, and move forward. So I feel like the summer is like a summer of throwing caution to the wind, and I'm going to go do stuff. I'm not going to let fear hold me back. So I like this energy. And then, yeah, and it's time here. You've got the Temperance and the World card coming in. The World card is the last card in the Major Arcana before the full card reboot at 0. So here's the ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures, because these were on the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of the summer. And here you go on these changes. And you've got like 3 stacks. I wouldn't call them stacks, but you've got 3 sets of cards, 3 months of summer. So your first month is this reboot. The timing is now. It's like you've waited and waited with this Temperance card, and the World card is putting an end to an old cycles, beginning of new adventures. So this is the first month, which would be it is June 20th through July 20th is like the ish, give it a couple of days, is the first month of the summer solstice for if you're on the northern hemisphere. Of course, winter if you're in the southern. But this is that energy that's coming up for the first month. The second month, yep, 9 of Wands. So it's getting past these barriers, not allowing anything to hold you back. This is the perseverance card. So I like that. I like this determination. I'm determined. I'm not giving in to my fears. So I like this that you're really um, planning and plotting and changing things and doing things in the first month. The second month, I feel like you're really just digging in against these old ways of thinking, these old ways that might have held you back before. And then you hit that would be so June to July, July to August. This would be August to September. You got 5 cards. Let's see what happens then. All right. What are these? All right. Yeah. So you kind of have 2 sets within those, which you have the 8 of Swords, which is becoming aware of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that used to bind you, and it's the movement of it. So I like that because that's movement past your fears. You've got the not the Knight, but the King of Swords who rules over all the swords. And so you're able to see things from a higher perspective and move past things. And the Judgment, which is your higher self calling you to see things from a higher perspective. So I feel like you've really, over these 3 months, the last month of summer, you just really are going, wow, I'm seeing life so differently. And I feel like you're flowing past fears. And, that the first month of like June 20th to July 20th, you're like determined. The next month, you're like really, really determined and hanging in there, and you see the benefits of it. The third month, you just flowing and flying through things. And I feel like you have redefined in your last month of the summer what a dream come true looks like. The 7 of Swords is again this looking at your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve you anymore and that used to make you feel like cheat you out of things in life. And the 9 of Cups is like, nope, it's like you're getting rid of this, um, and you're like, this is my dream come true, and I'm going for it. So I like this. I like this, you know, bravery, this strength. Even have the strength card on the bottom of the deck, the strength of I'm moving forward. What is my dream vacation? What's my dream summer? I'm planning it for August 20th to September 20th, right? Right. For that last month of summer, and I feel like you're gonna go do something and plan something that you would have been afraid to do before, but you're excited. You're um, implementing this plan, and I like it. And that's what they have for you, Nelia. So enjoy that summer for sure. Throwing caution to the wind. Woo woo. All right. So many blessings to you. And thank you for your additional donation and the popcorn. All right. And then love1234. Thank you so much for your donation. And let's take a look here. So you got 3 questions here. And let's shuffle these up here. Excuse me. All right. So, of course, with any medical questions, medical, see the disclaimer, which you know. So, number 1, that's kind of a yes or no question. Number 2, it's kind of a yes or no. And then anything else you want us to know. All right. I thought there was going to be another one. All right. And then question 3. When and what? When, and what? All right. Look at those. Itch. Okay. Sorry, we got storms coming in and out. I love them. All right. So I just like the energy on the bottom of the deck here for you too. The Queen of Wands. You get the Queen of Wands a lot, which is that fiery, whatever I put my energy on is what I grow and expand. And my world in any opportunities that come forward, with the Ace of Pentacles is I create possibility, I create things. So I like this energy of owning the manifestation abilities that you have with it all. Of course, they're reminding you the judgment, your higher calling, keep that in mind. Let that be your North Star with everything unfolding is my ultimate dream of how I want to express unconditional love to the world. That's my calling. That's my dream. Let that be your true north on your compass, always guiding you through everything. And that's just your underlying message to start out. Question one. Do you? hmm. I don't feel that that is a yes. This feels like emotional, a lot of emotional energy, maybe stress, um, that's causing things. So I don't feel like it's that specific thing. I feel like it's um, stress. Again, we always get the stress related with you. Why are you so stressed? But what's interesting is because I had a friend who her husband had MS and there was a lot of stuff. She had 3 children and, her oldest became a father at 16, and the second one was rambunctious middle child, and, there was all this stuff where she had a stress level that was off the charts. And later in life, when I met her and we were, um, I was helping her with her journey and her path, and we were in and out of each other's lives here and there throughout all these our journeys, and she was like, well, I don't feel that much stress like I used to, and I'm like, yeah, but your stress was here's the normal stress of humanity. This is you with low stress. And we don't realize how stressed you are in our lives until we have less stress and less stress and less stress and less stress. So I feel like there's just some high stress awareness to be aware of, if that's okay. And then number two, will that was a yes or no with a follow up. Well, you got the Queen of Cups, which is trust your gut. That's funny because this is the Queen of Cups is this highly empathic individual, which is usually it says trust your gut. That's funny. um and the Page of Cups, yeah. So with the Queen of Cups and the Page of Cups, follow your instincts, follow your gut, but the Page of Cups is a happy card. So I feel like it will just trust 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 your gut with it all. And yeah, so if that makes sense. And then lastly, when and what. So the when, there's these. Let's see what we have here. Okay, and the what. All right. So the when really has to do here. You've got this, Two of Pentacles, which shows that there's a choice to be made here, that there's a sooner or later type of opportunities that are coming up here. I'm almost showing over here because that's where I look and I'm like, why can't you see it? This is a little better. 10 of Cups, something that makes your heart sing, and the King of Wands, which is something that feels empowering. And you kind of have this two options that come up here. One that, I feel is um, one puts your mind at ease, the other, um, has to do with it feels like less money, which makes sense. Like the one that makes your heart sing is probably also challenges and brings up this, um, you know, well, it's not as enough money, you know? And then the other one is like, it brings peace to mind and it feels fiery and powerful, which, you being the queen of wands on the bottom of the deck, you know, you prefer fire and stress, right? But that's kind of a big part of everything, right? Is the stress, the stress, the stress. All the fire that happens might not be so conducive to your overall health of your body. And but I feel like, you know, I do feel like here these opportunities are coming up in June. And with the Two of Pentacles, I feel like in the next 2 weeks, but you have a choice between two different jobs, one that feels, not as much money, but also almost zero stress. The other is like good money, but stress and fire and go, 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 which which I know that you like that kind of energy, but I don't know if it's you know, the best for stress relationship, right? But that is your decision, which is great. I don't feel like the one that makes your heart sing wouldn't include travel because they're kind of low budget. The other might be like, um, does it include travel? The fire. Let me see here. Does it include travel? King of Swords. No, it's more mental. So not physical kind of moving. Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, that makes sense. King of Swords. You want something to be able just to focus your mind and focus on the higher education. So, yep, studying for the LSAT. Fun, fun, fun times. I like it. All right. Okay. So I think that is everything. So thank you again so much for the donation. I really appreciate that. All right. And I think that is it for the donations too. I know. I'm sure you're like, yes. Especially when it's to live your dream. It's like this is what, I want to do. I want to, it's not like, oh, I got to do this. It's like I want to do this. Changes the energy completely. So I get it. I love that for you. All right. So, I think that's it for donations. I'm going to scroll to the top and let's dive into the free readings here at an hour, in case anyone's listening. We're going to start with Day Sturgis. So, Day, you got a general reading for June. And of course, check out the June monthlies as well for additional information. But looks like, wow, kind of a lot of energy happening here with the Eight of Wands, but the Ten of Pentacles too, fullness and bounty and abundance here. I like this energy. A lot of passion, a lot of movement coming in here with this Eight of Wands. And, you know, I just, it's passion. But it's activity too. It's just like a lot of different energies that are coming in here, and it just feels like it's from all different directions. It's not like all this coming from one person. I feel like there's this energy and this energy and this energy. So a lot of activity, but your life feels very full this month of June. So I feel like it's going to fly by before you know it, and it's going to feel like this eight is standing out. It's like, how is it August already? I thought it was just June because it's going to fly by. June is going to fly by, probably July too. I feel for you because before you know it, it's August and you're like, where did the time go? But I like this fullness and this bounty because it's not like energy going into a black hole. It's energy that's progress and movement and positivity. So I like that for you. And that's what they have for you, Day Sturgis. So many blessings to you. And then Rahul, you are up. You want to know, will you and Garima Apologies if I mispronounced that. Reconcile soon. All right. Is there reconciliation based on current energies in the cards? I feel like there would have to be some great work on both sides here. The Four of Swords is peace of mind. The Five of Wands is a change of conflicting energy, though. So I feel like there's a lot of um, unresolved communication. And that Four of Swords, even though it's like it represents like, you know, balanced communication and peace of mind, this energy with that combination is weird. It's like we think that there was clear communication, but there's a lot of unsaid things and things that were said that I just feel like there's a lot of ammo that the first argument that would come up, it would just all right? So I feel like there's a lot of forgiveness and inner work that would need to be done on both sides for reconciliation to come and last. I don't know if is there any, I just want to pull one clarifier here. Is there? Well, we got the Emperor, which is Aries, fiery energy. There can be reconciliation. It would be temporary reconciliation though with this Emperor because there's just this volatility to the situation that's coming in here. Even though it seems stable, it would be stable on one side, but then it's like a wagon that's carrying nitroglycerin, just a little bit too shaky, explosion again. And so I feel like any reconciliation would be very temporary unless some significant inner work is done on what fears did we have, why did they spark up, and why, what triggered us to have these battles that were coming in. You know what I mean? So that's what they have for you, Rahul. I know, but hang in there. You know, is it worth it? No, it's all right. All right, so many blessings. And then Dollface Diva, you are up. So message from Spirit. Let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. All right. Oh, I just put that back in. It came back out. The Four of Swords. So peace of mind, mental stability, and the Page of Wands, which is new passion that comes in here. I like this energy because there is this, you know, um, getting out of our heads. It's like I have peace of mind, which means I've put some expectations to rest. And that allows this Page of Wands to kind of activate, which is a new passion, a new drive, a new energy. And it's because if you let some of these fears go, these three swords are, our fear of disappointment, our fear of being rejected, those delicious fears we have. I feel like that because you've put some of these fears to rest, that this is allowing this new passion, this new energy to go, now I'm willing to do and go in a direction I wouldn't have been able to go before. And I feel like this is what's coming in here for you. That you're like, so there's an opportunity that's coming in Spirit saying, yeah, it's, you know, why am I doing this now? I didn't do it before. Well, before you had fears that outweighed this feeling of wanting to do something. Now the wantingness to do something's outweighing the fears because you've also lowered your fears. So now that desire is more, and that's why you're feeling this boldness to be able to do it. I like it. It's very supported for you right now. All right. So that's what they have for you. It's so many blessings. And then Kritika Sayani, you are up. So Will Anavesh and you get married with your parents' blessings. Ooh, all right. Let's take a look here. All right. I think this is a yes. You got the movement of emotion and the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune, of course, is it's very fortunate, the tune of for you, the abundance coming in here. That tells us that even your human is on board with what unfolds. So, um, in either case, it's you're going to be fine with it. But this Knight of Cups is movement of love. So I feel like that is a yes that comes in here because if they don't feel if you don't feel like they're would give their blessings yet, I feel like something moves them emotionally to where they do, if that's the case. But it feels very positive, Kritika. And that's what they have for you. So easy breezy, short and easy. Many blessings. All right. And then JJJ, how hard will you think NJ is? All right. Let's take a look here. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. I feel like here you've got then the King of Swords, which is the master of emotion, that comes in. And not master of emotion, the master of the mind and thinking. And the Nine of Cups is emotion. Like it's like feels like an emotional dream come true, but I feel like, when we're talking about the hardness, it's a makes you really think hard. It's like, oh god, I got a headache from thinking so hard. It's like it's a lot of mental work, but I feel like the Nine of Cups, it makes you feel like it makes your heart sing and you enjoy it, but it's a lot of thinking. So mentally hard, emotionally fun. And I like that. So that's what's coming in there for you, JJJ. So many blessings. All right. And then Spiritual Journey Tarot, you are up. So I want to know the thoughts and feelings. Now there's no communication between us. Okay. Or is that Trey? So their thoughts, their thoughts, their feelings with no communication. So their thoughts and their feelings. Okay. So their thoughts are more about focused outwardly, about finding a solid foundation in the outside world. Ace of Pentacles is looking for new opportunities in the outside world that will make them feel secure. That kind of energy. Emotionally, though, we got the High Priestess. They've got deep, 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 deep emotions, right? They're feeling like they're wanting to pull back, connect higher, look behind the veil, but dive deep into their emotions. So even though their thoughts are, well, I'm going to go out. It's like, you know, I'm going to go find a new puppy because the old puppy's gone. That'll help me feel better and feel solid. It's like such a cliche thing, right? But their true feelings are, they want to look at their deep emotions that are happening that they're stuffing down, and that's why I feel like they don't normally like mourn the loss of the dog before they get a puppy. They just go try to get the puppy to replace it and suppress the emotions, push things down, right? um so that's the energy I feel that's coming in with that. Their thoughts are this is what I'm going to do, but their emotions are like, oh, there's so much down there going on in their heart and emotions. But and I feel like it's because especially this withdrawing that they have when they feel like they've been rejected, or they feel like there's been this you know rejection of them in some way. They just feel like they run, they hide like a little kid who has been scolded. And that's the kind of emotion that they feel. Even if you didn't do it, it doesn't matter. It's just like this is how they react to their perception of rejection, if that makes sense. So they got that going on there. It's yeah. So that's all that's coming through on that. All right. So that's what they have for you, Spiritual Journey Tarot. Many blessings to you. Right, and then we did that one, and we got this in here. All right, so X, you are up. How will your day go at the Nicki concert since you're going alone? Party time! Is that Nicki Minaj? Nicki? Or is that a different Nicki? Let's take a look here. How will your day go at the concert since you're going alone? All right. I have a feeling that people are going to adopt you. Let's take a look here. Yeah, you got the Knight of Wands. You have the Three of Swords, which it's you know, if you face these fears, let go of expectations. If you just go to have fun, you go and let this the Knight of Wands, you just let your passions go and let your fears go. I feel like this will allow you this even the Six of Cups, which is equal movement of emotion. And I feel like you'll get if you'll let your fears drop, and I even feel like when you're in line, you're just open up a little bit and just go, "Hey, I love what you're wearing," or like really just reach out and you know and just see who you connect with energetically, because the Six of Cups has like this energy of past life connections. I wouldn't be surprised if you bump into people that you just really click with, and it's like hey, and you start talking, and it's like you feel comfortable, and it's like you've been friends. It's like bumping into a friend you haven't seen in a long time. And possibly with the Six of Cups, you could bump into someone from your childhood, and you're like, oh my God, and you hang out together. But I feel like it's more so past life connection kind of energy, where if you just let the fears drop and you just let your energy go and let the excitement take you, that you'll end up hanging out with some people that will adopt you, and they're like, "You're cute. You hang with us. Don't you have any friends? Oh, you hang with us," kind of energy. So I like it for you. So just let your energy guide you with all of that, because I feel like you'll get drawn to that. So I like it. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Swaroop Bobby, you are up. So what's coming towards you in office? You're facing a bad situation. All right, let's take a look here. So what does Spirit want you to know about your office situation here? Yeah, I like it here. I mean, you got this Ace of Pentacles coming up, which is a new opportunity opening up here. You have emotional stability, and you have the Three of Pentacles, which is about being true to your authentic self, and that you're able to be who you are. But this Four of Cups, I like this emotional stability, and the Ace of Pentacles. Regardless of what happens here, you are going to feel like you get a fresh start. Um, Either at work, if this Three of Pentacles is someone supporting you there. Um, but I feel like the biggest thing is try to stay calm through it all with the Four of Cups. Breathe as much as you can. But in the end, I mean, you're going to feel like it was for you with this Ace of Pentacles. You're going to have this opportunity that opens up for you because of this situation, either like a restart or a new opportunity where you're working at already. Like they're going to say, well, we're going to have you do this, and they're going to have this person do this or whatever. And it's like, all right, well, that works out even better for me. Or if something happens where it's a bad situation where you're like, I found a different job, or it doesn't work out where you're at, and then you go find another job, the new job, whatever this newness is so allows you to be you and not have to try to change who you are to fit corporate standards and all this stuff. Allows you to be you. So I like this. Whatever unfolds here, it's going to be bringing you this positiveness that comes in there for you. So just trust that whatever's unfolding is for your highest experience, and just breathe deep a lot. and uh and just y- I feel like you're going to have very quick resolution that comes through with this. So just try to keep your energy, the bottom of the deck with the Lover's card, which is your emotional choice in each moment. You get to choose how you feel through it all, and you can choose joy and gratitude, or you can choose lower vibration. If you choose lower vibrational emotion, you're going to draw in lower vibrational experiences. If you focus on higher vibration, you'll draw in higher vibrational experiences. So, unconditional love, peace, joy, laughter, whatever you can, higher vibration. Try to focus on that as much as you can. I know it's hard in a difficult situation, but is it bad or is it just a situation, right? We define the story up here. It's like, well, I've been told when this happens, this is bad. That's their story. My story is this is unfolding for me, and I'm excited to see what comes next, because if this is the end of this job, I'm going to have something even better where I can be me, or I get moved into a different position, or someone gets my side and supports me in this situation. But regardless, I'm going to be fine on the other end of this, right? So I like that for you, right? And that's what they have for you, Swaroop. So many blessings to you. All right. Moving on down the list here. Oh, okay. Got a couple, sorry, donations that came in here. So thank you guys. I'll be back here, Nelia, for your free reading. And then Shirley. And I think there might be a couple more after that. All right. So Infinity, thank you so much for your dual donation. And for the very Zen emoji to start off here. So you want to know, were you insensitive when CJ got sad news? Did you disappoint her? Will you hear from her again? All right. Let's see what we got here. So, and we're going to say, did CJ see you as insensitive, right? Did you disappoint her? And will you hear from her again? All right. So 9 of Wands here. I don't feel like she felt you were insensitive with this 9 of Wands. I just feel like this 9 of Wands is like perseverance and this energy block. I feel like she's kind of shielded and almost numb with this 9 of Wands. I just feel like it didn't register with this 9 of Wands. I feel like she had her shields up, where it just kind of, it's like a gnat that went into one of those little bug lights. It didn't go anywhere with that. Did you disappoint her? No. Here again, Page of Wands. There's this again, this energy, this fire that was burning in her at the time. So I don't feel like there's disappointment. I feel like there was a little bit of fire going on here. I feel like, yeah, the buzz and the bug light was that. I feel like with the bad news and whatever that they got, the sad news, that they were kind of angry, like they were bubbling on the inside. And so I feel like this energy was in there. And so, they, I don't feel like there was, like it's like their emotions were numb, so they didn't see you as insensitive. There was no disappointment. They were just like raging on the inside, if that makes sense. Will you hear from them again? Yeah, you got the 9 of Cups. So this is, dreams come true. So if you want to hear from them, yes. If you don't want to hear from them, no. This is like saying, like, yeah, what you're desiring comes to fruition. So I feel like you will, because I feel like you do want them to do that. So so yeah, so we got that. I feel like just once they become a little emotionally stable and come out of um fire, their fire feelings, then you'll hear from them. but I feel like they just want to sit with this inner rage kind of energy. All right, very good. All right, and thank you for that donation. Then for your second one, let's give that some love and a like there. Thank you for that one. Anyone who do L or RM know about your gambling habit? They do now. I'm putting it out on the website. I'm just kidding. Let's take a look here. All right. Yeah, so that was L, and that was RM. All right. And then 2 extra cards. We'll see what this is. L, we have the judgment card here, seeing things from a higher perspective. Actually, I think these are 2 and 2. That'll make sense. I feel like L does, but they see things from a higher perspective. And the Ace of Wands, they see that as like a passion of yours, and they see it in that manner. And I don't feel like they have judgment, even though it's a judgment card. I don't judge. They're like, I got my own stuff that I enjoy doing on my passions. That's yours. I don't feel like so I feel like L knows, but they don't care. They're just like, man. And then RM, yeah. And RM has this attitude here with the 3 of Cups, joy and celebration, and that I feel like the 10 of Swords is they try not to have a lot of expectations. They have this kind of happy-go-lucky kind of energy. Like, hey, you know what? Everyone's got their vices with this 10 of Swords, but I feel like they're like, they don't care about pleasing people and what people think. I think they're focused on having their own fun. So I don't even think RM knows because they don't, I just don't feel like they have their nose in other people's business. It's all about their fun and their joy and what they're doing, if that makes sense. So kind of, neither one knows and doesn't care because they're like, hey, like I got my own. And then the other one is like, they don't know, but they don't care either, if that makes sense. They're like, whatever, that's you. Let's talk about me, is what I feel the RM energy is. That's funny. But let's take a moment to talk about your gambling habit. There is a toll-free line for Gamblers Anonymous. I know I used to, my third ex, he liked to go to a casino. We actually have them in Colorado up, with Cripple Creek, but there was one called Black Hawk, and we went there, and it was funny because he thought I was bad luck. Oh, no, 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 you go gamble by yourself. I'm gonna go. And it was the first time I'm like, what? I'm bad luck? Okay. And I had bought like, I think $21, because I was a cheapskate, $21 coins. And I was going to put them in the machine and then be done and go to quarters and then to nickels. And so I went off of myself and I'm all, psh, 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 and then it wouldn't go anymore. And I'm like, what happened? This cute little old lady was next to me and she goes, honey, look you got 3 bars. I won $500. I never won anything like that again, but the little light going off and they came over and gave me $100 bills. And so I went over to it wasn't even like 10 minutes. I went over and I'm like, so here's $100, extra $100, and the buffet is on me. I won 500. And he was like, what? And I'm like, no, no, don't talk to me. You're bad luck. I'm going to go gamble over here. Boom. So, so there you go. All right. So back on track. I just had to sidetrack for a moment. All right. All right. So, and then let's give your third one here some love and a like there. So thank you for your multiple donations there, Infinity. You want to know, how will your supervisor meeting in June go? All right. So based on current energies, let's see what the future holds here. So these, and these. Okay, just those. All right. All right. Well, I don't know what kind of supervisor you have. No, lover's card is a good card when it comes to relationships. I feel like you're going to have a good interaction coming in there. Part of the lover's card too. I mean, it's about important relationships. And so I feel like they do honor you as an important relationship at work, but it's also about emotional choice and choosing. I get to choose what emotion I feel in each moment. And so I feel like it's a good opportunity for you to go in with it with like, no matter what happens, I'm going to choose joy and I'm going to see what happens. Let's see how that goes, right? And I like that because our energy, whatever we decide is we see the world as we are, not as it is. And so we can change our whole world we see by our power of emotional choice too. But I like that they see you as an important relationship. But I also feel like there's this other side to it that they're wanting you to look at. You've got two, two, and two. So let's say if like one is your side, one is their side. So we've got peace of mind, and then the world card, ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures, success card coming in here too. So I like this. I feel like there is this um, satisfaction with performance here. I feel like you feel really good about what they're saying here with your performance and, um, you know, um, yeah, I just feel like that. Period. I thought there was going to be more, but they're just showing interactions of feeling good about what you've done and peace of mind with that. So I like that. And then here is where we have the magician card coming in. And the magician card, this is like them saying, like setting a goal or having something like, all right, what I'd like you to do, I'm going to give you this stretch goal. Five of Cups is this switching of emotional energy from that of fear to that of love or higher vibration. So, thus, the Two of Cups, which is the two cups that are spilt here. Normally, it's two cups behind us and three cups spilt. But this is like them kind of giving you a challenge in a way. And at first, you might have this feeling of, oh God, I'm being set up for failure. No, 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 no. So that lover's card, that emotional choice going, I'm going to choose joy and going, all right, you know what? Let's do it. I'm going to knock it out of the ballpark. I like this change of the energy that you have towards this kind of stretch goal or towards this opportunity or where they're wanting you to invest your energy. And I like that. I feel like you have this opportunity that, because I'm reminding me of me when I'm like, oh, thanks for showing me that, going down memory lane. But whenever like I would have a meeting with my manager and they would tell me nine things, nine things that I'm doing very well at, right? And da 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 da. And I'm like, wow. And they're like, all right, now for your goal for next month or for, blah, 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 how about we focus on enhancing this and doing that? Immediately, the nine things out the window, and I'd focus on, oh, so you don't think I do that very well. It's like, oh my God, you know, celebrate the good things and just know that they always have to have there's always room for growth is like the manager, you know, mentality. It's how we keep growing, and it's important we keep growing. And so, it's like, oh my gosh, so celebrate it and realize that's why they're doing it. It's not because they think you're low and bad or blah blah blah, but they're just like, let's make this a strength. Let's move this up. You know, there's always something to be working on because otherwise we get stagnant. And so just know that. I like that. And then your last two here, yeah, you got Six of Swords, movement, leaving fears behind, moving forward, new ways of thinking. Strength card. I like this strength coming in here. So I feel like they do identify your strengths um and I do feel here with the Six of Swords, that combination, it just feels like part of this stretch goal too is that they want to I was gonna say, what is it? When they take advantage of something. Oh, they want to take advantage of your skills and your strength. They want to give you this stretch goal that also helps them. I want you to work on this project because it's something like that they know you can do. You have the skills. They want to show it. And they're like, and then I don't have to do it, but it's a win-win. And I like that. Too funny. Taking these off of my table, I'm moving these three swords from my table, putting them on your table. But it's a good opportunity that comes in here for you. But it is about letting your fears go. But it's good. It's a That's why it's showing your strength though, and they want to give you an opportunity to be able to, do that, whether it's a report or training someone or a presentation or something like that. Did that just scare you when I said presentation? Everyone's like, no, not me. But so I like it for you. Seems very positive though. So just go in there with a high vibration of emotion and just meet it all with a high vibration as much as you can. And you'll see a difference both in how you interact with each other, but how you respond and see the meeting and how it goes too. So I like that. Yeah, and all right. Whoop whoop. And fist bump. Psh, and elbow bump. All right. So that's what they have for you. Thank you again so much for your donations. Appreciate that. All right. So we had left off up here. Whoops, my highlight went away. Let's see. So we did Swaroop. Nelia, the free reading. That's right. There we are. So, Nelia, your free reading. Why does your dog Chai, I love your dog Chai, hide under the coffee table more so lately? All right, let's take a look here. Probably the energy of the world. They're like, I'm hiding under here where it's safe. Let's take a look here. So, why do they hide under the coffee table more so lately? All right, let's see what they want to say here. All right. They got the Two of Cups here and the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is a lot of energy. Do you have someone new that's hanging around here? Eight of Wands. There's just some energy, some new energy, I feel. I don't know if there's someone new in your vicinity. I just feel like they're picking up some energy that they're not used to, and they're not quite sure of the other person, whoever this might be, or someone's energy's changed, and they're just kind of like cautious, and they've gone, um, and and I just feel like they're wanting that source of safety and comfort there. Could be something going on in the astrological energy too, because I've noticed, like, you know, um, my host's dog has been acting kind of off a little bit than normal too. It's like there's something in the air energetically, but it could be that it's someone that is near in your home too, if you have someone there. So that is what they have there for you, Nelia. So, if it is someone new, then you might wanna just do a background check on them. I'm just kidding. They're warning you, "Don't trust him, don't trust him," you know? But I feel like it is a combo of astrological energy, but some local energy too. So, hopefully that helps. Alright, so that's what they have for you. And then Shirley, main door, you wanna tell you what is the person in your mind's current feelings and next actions. Alright, let's take a look here. Current feelings and next actions. All right. Current feelings and next actions. Well, current feelings, we got a lot of, wouldn't say emotion, but more like passion and attraction with all this fire energy here. And I feel like they are probably going to act on that with this page of wands being new action, new movement, new passion, So there is like this, the sun card is very Leo, very about me, lower, this is lower vibrational energy. So my higher elevated Leos here, that's not you. But lower vibration, lower expression of, all about my desires, me being seen, my passions, my needs, and acting on that, coming forward here. So very much, wah wah wah, energetic attraction as well, but a lot of physical attraction that their current feelings coming in there. So that's what I'm picking up. I know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I know we want more than that. And we're reading this book, The Path to Love by Deepak Chopra, and they're talking about how passion is a part of it all. Even though we want emotion, we just don't bring a lot of spirit into our relationships for that passion to be there, and it ends up just being passion. And I feel like they're kind of they're not emotionally available. And so the passion is how they express how they feel and how they get validation of their lovedness, if that makes sense. But that's what's coming in with that right now, Shirley. All right. So many blessings to you. Right. We did that one and that one and that one. Okay, we did that one. All right. Sorry, just making sure where we're at here. So, Mika Khan, should you go to HW, will you get a good job offer? All right. So, there is, of course, no shoulds in the spirit world. There's just different choices with different outcomes and different experiences. So, we'll take a look here. If you go there, will you get a good job offer? All right. We got the Ace of Cups, which is heightened emotion, and the Star card, dreams come true, wishing upon a star. So I feel like that you will have these feelings like you'd get a great job offer and you're very happy with it. So this kind of energy would say that this is one source of feeling that way for you. So if you go to HW, I feel like you'll get a good job offer. In fact, you're like, yeah, this is like exactly what I wanted. So I like it for you. So that is what they have for you, Mika. So many blessings to you. Easy breezy, short and easy. All right. So make sure I'm not missing any here. All right. All right. Very good. Okay. Did those. I like those. Funny. All right. We did that one. We did that one. Thank you guys for your patience. I'm just making sure I'm not skipping anything here. All right. So, Madam Bid, I can't help myself. I like that. So, your next relationship, what qualities do we see standing out in them? All right, let's take a look here. Let's stand out. All right. So we'll do a couple cards here. What qualities? All right. Well, I like the justice card. Maybe they work in the justice field, but very much fair and they see things from a higher perspective. They've done a lot of inner kind of um, awareness and work and questioning about their fears and the scales. Even though they start off out of balance, they've really balanced out things, so they can really see things from a good perspective there. I like that. And the Page of Cups is a heightened love too. So I do feel like this individual, they've been through some significant things that have allowed them to really, question this and understand what's going on and their emotions and their heart. And they've done a lot of transformation and that comes in here. So I like this Page of Cups because it's like the 11 of Cups. They've gone from the Ace all the way to the 10 and they've kind of elevated, upgraded, evolved their emotions. And the Justice card is like they've really heightened. They're emotionally intelligent and mentally intelligent. And I like that because it's a good combo. But I do feel like this justice, as soon as I saw it, I felt like maybe they work in the justice system in some way. Don't know if a judge, police, lawyer, prosecutor, maybe they just work in a court, but or a government building type of energy, but it's about justice and fairness is part of their um, code, and I feel like they have pursued a career that also matches that. So I like that for you. So those are two little things that have to do with them. So thank you again, and many blessings to you, Madam Bird. And then Rhonda, you are up. So you're wanting to ask if you're going in the correct way for your highest good, or are you in the wrong place for your better self? Let's take a look here and see. Are you in the highest vibrational place? You got the Four of Cups, emotional stability. That's a good solid number there. Good solid energy. And the Queen of Swords is balancing of the head and the heart. That comes in here too. So I feel like what they want you to know, is like there is no wrong way and there is no right way. There are just a billion, trillion, quazillion different ways with different experiences and different outcomes. And they don't judge any of them as right or wrong. They just look at them as different experiences, different outcomes, different emotions. And in the long run, everything is for our highest experience because we come here. It's like a little kid that, grandparent takes them to play on a playground. It's for the experience. There's no wrong. If the kid goes to the swing set, they don't go over and punish them and say, you're supposed to go on the slide first or anything. It's like experience. There's no wrong choice. There's just different experiences. The slide is different than the swing, different than the seesaw versus the merry-go-round. There's all these different experiences, and neither of them are wrong. They're just different. And it's like, which is for my highest experience? So like, well, they all bring you different experiences, and you came to the playground to experience them. And sometimes you come back again, another lifetime, to experience different things. There's no wrong or right. There's just different. And I like that. So you are on the correct path for you. And if you want to experience something else, like this merry-go-round is making me want to throw up, I'm going to get off the merry-go-round. I'm going to go into the seesaw or the slide or the gymnasium or whatever. It's like I get to choose. There's no wrong choice. But our fear of choosing the wrong thing is what makes the playground experience stressful. But when you realize I'm here to play, then you can go play, and then releases a lot of that energy. So hopefully that helps, Rhonda. There is no wrong. Go forward and enjoy what's next for your journey, right? All right. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings. And then Sean G. Let's see here. Did we ask that one? No, I don't think so. I think that was from earlier. I was like, that sounded familiar. So, guidance for the month of June. So let's take a look here and see what they want here for the month of June. 1 and a 2. Yeah, you got Four of Swords, Four of Pentacles. I like this. Calm mind equals calm outside world. Stable mind, stable outside world. I like this guidance. Like whatever goes on inside your head is how you see the world, because we don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. And I like this mirroring of, when we have mental stability, meaning the stories I'm choosing, the things I'm choosing to put on the world, that's what I see, right? So if I look at the world and I'm like, oh, what a chaotic world, I see a chaotic world. If I change my mindset and go, higher vibrational, lower vibrational, then I see a higher vibrational or lower vibrational outside world. So we choose the story, we choose our emotions, our energy, our physical actions, but they're really focusing in here on the stories that I have and I create in my head is what I influence, what I bring into the outside world. We change from the inside out, not the outside in. So I start changing here and here, and then and energetically too, and then I see things change in the outside world. And so I feel like their guidance for you for the month of June is be aware of the stories that I'm putting to moment by moment activities because it all creates a movie in the end with each of those moment stories that I put. And so if I don't like a story, then I can change it because I am the director of my own movie in my head. And I get to change that when I want to. So hopefully that helps. That's what I feel is coming through for you there, Shanji. So many blessings to you. All right. And oh, Infinity, I didn't say you saw that. You like the new setup. We've moved further back and moved some stuff around. So um, hopefully it's clear and I like it too. All right. So thank you for that. And then Miniheel, you are up. So what type of endings and happening in your life? Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. What is ending in your life? What's happening? What's ending? What does Spirit want you to know here? Oh, get 3. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, 3. Uh-oh. Let's take a look here. All right. Well, I like it. You have a new beginning, ending and beginning. Things have to like end in order for things to be birthed too, right? So, there is this birthing of things, this that's coming in. And you have the lovers too, and the 5 of Pentacles. So one of the endings that's happening here has to do with your fears and how you're defining your worth by love and by the sensuality and the birthing of things in the outside world. The Empress is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and the Lover's card is, you know, about important relationships in your life. I feel like there is this change of things, and I feel like there is some endings of relationships that have been you've been defining yourself by them, but they've been, um, making you feel small, making you feel less, making you feel, restricted. And I feel like there is this release that happens with all of this, that there is this, realization that in order for me to make room in my life for the love that I want for myself and for others, I need to let some of these unhealthy, I'm gonna say unhealthy, but just um, stagnant relationships go. They're not helping you anymore. At some point, they start to, you know, it's like if you take too much medication and the medication you heal, if you still continue to take something and you're not sick, it can end up starting to work against you. And I feel like there's some relationships that helped you and you grew through, but it's time to let them go. And I feel like these are the endings that are coming in is you're choosing those that will no longer support who you want to be and what you want in your life. And it's okay. It's okay to let those go. So that's what's coming in for you, Minaheel. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Happy Pill, you want to know this week's reading. Okay, I think I might only have one, Julie and Infinity. So I only have Happy Pill, Julie, and Infinity. And I've got like less than 12 minutes. We'll get all those done here. But those will probably be it for this session. And we'll have completed them all. So interesting. All right. So that's a fluke these days. So this week, wow, you got the 7 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. So I really feel here, Happy Pill, whatever you've been waiting for this fruit to come in here. Last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, and the 10 of Pentacles is about abundance that's coming in here and this fullness. So I feel like something that you've been waiting to come to fruition does, and you feel this fullness that comes in over this next week. So I like that for you. All All right. So that's what they have for you, Happy Pill. That's a good reading there. And then Julie, you want to higher self and future self messages. All right, let's take a look here. So higher self and future self. So your higher self says, Queen of Pentacles, time to take care of you, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. And there is this new birthing coming in, but before all that happens, it's important for you to take care of yourself. Rest, relax, pamper yourself, nurture yourself, spoil yourself. I like that energy coming from your higher self. You deserve it. So, definitely let that be there. Yeah, and then the future self has the chariot, and I feel like they're really reiterating here with this chariot card that there's this you hold the power to choose in each moment. Every moment is a choice between lower vibration, higher vibration, and you're making like four choices. A story with your thoughts and your mental decisions every moment, you're choosing one or the other. Emotionally, one or the other. Energetically, one or the other. Physical actions, one or the other. And I feel like your future self says if you could learn that now, you'll be so far ahead of the game that realizing I can't choose for anyone else. I can only choose for me. And I'm going to become conscious of the stories I'm choosing in each moment, the emotions I'm choosing, the energy I'm putting forward, and my physical actions. So I like this energy that's coming in here because they're kind of giving you this advanced, if you can do that now, boy, we'll just be so far ahead. And I like that for you. All right. So that's what they have for you, Julie. So many blessings to you. And then Infinity, your free one here, you want to know, did H feel bad when you mentioned someone passed just a few years older than him? All right. Let's take a look here and see. Did they feel bad here? No. I feel like they're a big thinker. King of Swords, it's like an air sign energy. Six of Swords, movement from old ways of thinking, new ways of thinking, choppy waters to calmer waters. Their minds always moving and thinking. I feel like they're like someone who gets caught up in their head a lot, and like an Aquarian energy, they kind of compartmentalize their emotions. They more think about things. And so they didn't feel bad because I feel like they're a big thinker. They just analyzed it and took what you said as information, but it didn't like do anything in their heart. That's funny. But that's what's coming in for you there. All right. Hey, Carmel, got in just in the nick of time here. So, Carmel will be my last one for this session here. He's an air sign. Well, there you go. So, that makes total sense. I love it. All right. So, Carmel, you want to know, will you have a new love connection this summer? Ooh la la. Let's take a look. You are very welcome, Infinity. All right. So, love connection this summer. No, but you're gonna love it. You got the Hermit card. A lot of time with yourself, but the Wheel of Fortune does tell you that this is the wheel of the tuna for you. So I don't feel like you have a love connection, but you do spend a lot of time being single and to yourself. But with the Wheel of Fortune too, I feel like there's this. Um, you enjoy it, it allows you some freedom, and by the end of the summer, you're like, "You know what? I'm glad I was single this summer and that I didn't have that love connection in the way that I wanted it because I met some great friends, I had some great experiences, I was able to not worry about it, and I was, moving along in those directions." So, I don't feel like you will, I feel like you'll just go in those, enjoy the summer and but your human is still okay with everything that unfolded there, so I like that. All right, so that's what they have for you. Many blessings. All right, Infinity, you scooted in one more, so let's give that a love and a like here, and then I'll be headed off here in just a couple minutes. So I won't be doing any more for this session, but I will be back tomorrow and Thursday, not Thursday. What am I talking about? Tomorrow and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time as well. All right. Thank you for your extra donation here, Infinity. You want to know if RM thinks you're pretty? Oh, so pretty. Let's take a look here. I'm thinking of, was it Jack Nicholson? Who else was he singing with? All right. All right. I feel like they do. We got the Ace of Cups, which is happy, happy, emotion, emotion. Three of Cups is joy and celebration. Although I also feel like this says that, he thinks a few people are pretty. Uh-huh. We got the Wheel of Fortune too, which is a great card because this is about, that your human likes how they think about you. And we got the Six of Wands, which is mutual attraction. So I do feel like there is equal, passion and attraction between the two of you. Now, the Knight of Pentacles, though, might be slow moving, where I don't feel like they move fast on their actions and emotions and things like that. Um, but I definitely feel like that is an affirmative in this case. So I like it. All right. So that is what they have for you. I know, right? You as well. Have a great night. Thank you so much for all the donations. Really appreciate that. And for everyone else, if you haven't checked out the June monthlies, be sure to check that out. We have tomorrow is June, so here's the playlist for that. We also had a new astrological Zenergy come out this week that talks about the retrogrades in Neptune, Chiron, and the launch time. And then here's the playlist for all the Zenergy if you want to see about what retrogrades and other ones that are going on right now too that are impacting our beautiful, beautiful journey. Also, if you know any Geminis, or if you are a Gemini, happy birthday. Gemini season, there's a 3-month bonus reading in this one that you can check out. And of course, can't forget the podcast From Chaos to Cozy. If you want to find out some information on how to make the most of our chaotic experience here. We come from cozy, come down here to chaos, and it's about our journey back to cozy. So if you're interested, and then also can't forget our pilgrimage meditation. Pick a card from this week that came out too for a Mount Kalish in connecting with the crown chakra of Mother Earth. So some free things if you guys are interested in checking those out. So until I see you guys again, remember every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, enjoy the rest of your day or your night, wherever you're at in the world. And until I see you again, much love. Take care of yourself. I would say stay out of trouble, but we'll set a reasonable expectation and just say, have fun. We'll see you soon. I know I'm a goofball.